Triplets, there is one man you talk about with Triplets basketball, and that is the staple of the Big Three, Joe Johnson.
Yeah, Joe Johnson had the chance to coach him when I was coaching in the league, and Joe, man, he's just a walking bucket. He gets buckets when he gets out of his sleep, plays through contact. He's got the step back, the mid-range, the hesitation. Now he puts you to sleep, and with the pull-up, that's one of his patented shots.
Three-headed Monsters trying to go to 2-0. Marcus Teague, co-captain. Greg Monroe, co-captain. Jeff Teague is out today. Big loss for Three-headed Monsters. Johnson, Pargo, and Pargo. Jeff Ayers and Jamario Moon for Triplets trying to avoid 0-2. Three-headed Monster defeated the Aliens 51-46 in week 1. Enemies took out the Triplets 50-44. Lisa Leslie, the 2019 Big 3 Coach of the Year, 5th season as Triplets head coach. Rashard Lewis in his first season coaching the Three-headed Monsters after playing 3 seasons for Three-headed Monsters, moving into that head coaching position.
And we'll see if Rashard Lewis can have the same impact that Swaggy P had with the enemies, right?
There's ISO Joe, still balling. Refresher on the rules, it's first to 50, halftime at 25. You got to win by 2. It's a short shot clock at 14. Free throws, you're going to, point values vary, distance varies as well. You get fouled on a 3, you shoot from the 3. 4-point shot is available, and coach's challenge, bring the fire. We saw 2 in the last game, players going one-on-one on a coach's challenge on a shot.
We didn't see a 4-point shot in our last game. Let's see if we get one in this one, Carter.
Well, how do you stop ISO Joe? That's been one of the biggest challenges in Big 3 basketball.
You know, tomorrow is Sunday, so I would say pray. Start praying early.
The 2-time Big 3 MVP, 17 NBA seasons.
And you know what I love about ISO Joe is he talks about, you know, how his relationship with Coach Lisa Leslie. He really respects her. Obviously, she had a phenomenal career. Talking about Nancy Lieberman, what about Lisa Leslie? You can imagine her playing in today's games, both in college and in the W.
Superstar all the way around, and lovely to be around as well.
Had a chance to meet our beautiful daughter on yesterday, who's a tennis player. Went on some school visits to a couple of the local universities. Always excited to see kids when they're trying to advance themselves.
Moss takes the first for Three-headed Monsters. Pargo clears it. Here's Johnson behind the back. First touch for ISO Joe. Backing in, draws the double, creates for Ayers off the shot fake. Yeah, double dribble, exactly, Avery.
Yeah, in that situation, Joe was a little disappointed because he created that open shot for Jeff Ayers. He's got it, and he was late in the shot clock.
Marcus Teague sets it up. And Jeff Teague out today for Three-headed Monsters. So short-handed against Triplets. Monroe backs in, goes baseline and finishes. There's Greg Monroe's game. Ayers in the ISO. Here's Johnson again. Switch out, Monroe guarding Johnson. So Johnson takes it himself and hits his first shot.
And you notice the 2 guys we're featured, Monroe, you know, back to the basket. Can he get his face-up game into it? Joe, we know that's like stealing.
Marcus Teague knocks down the 3.
We'll see if the Three-headed Monsters can get away with switching Monroe on to Joe Johnson as the game progresses.
Now it's Johnson on Monroe, so Monroe tries to muscle his way in. Johnson D's him up. Back to ISO Joe in the corner. Here's that matchup again, Monroe guarding Johnson.
Yeah, I think they'll get the best of this matchup.
Johnson crosses over, misses the tough 2. Rebound, Teague keeps it alive, but then throws it out of bounds. Three-headed Monsters ball. The experience versus inexperience. Look at what the career games played before this season. Just 3 for three-headed monsters, whereas Triplets, veteran team in the Big 3.
But also it speaks to infusing some new energy and new life into the Big 3. You know, Brandon Moss, you know, last week for the three-headed monsters, 11 points, 8 rebounds.
Teague has a pair of threes. Monroe hits the deck. Ayers dumps it off, and there's an easy 2 for Joe Johnson.
Isn't Joe just so crafty? You know, nice little shot fake, defender in the air, reverse dribble, use the rim.
Teague off the screen, pick and roll. Monroe can't finish, takes a bump, but it's a play on. Johnson quickly fires the 3. Ayers has the board. Pargo, step back from the free throw line, spins in, friendly roll for Jeremy Pargo.
Yeah, we got the Teague brothers, the Pargo brothers.
Well, we won't see Jeff today, out.
Yep.
Moss attacked and lost it out of bounds.
You gotta have really big hands when you turn the corner to try to shoot a scoop finger roll layup. Otherwise, you gotta control it with 2 hands until you go up. Ooh.
Johnson nifty through the paint, now trying to back down on Moss. Moss plays him straight up, Johnson gives it up. Ayers launches the 3 and hits it off the look from Johnson.
That's what Joe was looking for a couple of possessions earlier. He wanted Ayers to just catch and shoot when he creates that double team.
Three-headed monsters with the week 1 win. Last year they went 1-5, so a chance to go to 2-0 and better your record from last season already. Pargo misses the 3. Stepped out of bounds. Moon stepped out of bounds, so it's Triplets basketball. Brandon Moss from Bessemer, Alabama. The #1 overall draft pick.
And you guys, Brandon Moss, AKA Body Bag, just so I want everybody at home to know, that's his nickname.
Moon gets bumped by Monroe. Monroe clears it.
I wonder, Scal, I wonder where did he get that nickname, Body Bag. Wow.
Monroe fouled by Moon.
Is Brian Scalabrini's nickname just Scal?
I think Scal sticks.
Okay.
There's the foul on Moon.
I heard Scal didn't get in until 5 o'clock in the morning after that parade.
Oh, yeah. No, I was in it. But, no, my nickname is the White Mamba. So.
Okay.
And Body Bag is because he dunks on people. That's the deal.
Gotcha.
That's it.
Three-headed monsters have the 1-point lead. Narrow Pargo finds Joe Johnson. Johnson on Monroe. Way off the window. T gets the stick back, floats it in.
Yeah, smart play by T. Ball didn't hit the rim. They're trying to force this switch here with Monroe.
Johnson gives it up. Pargo launches the 3, deep 3, Gennaro Pargo. Monroe banging and finishing.
That's his money shot.
That's a tough matchup with Jamario Moon.
That running left-handed hook. All of his 10 years playing in the league, that was his go-to move. Trying to force this switch here.
Got Moss in the air. Johnson finds Moon wide open for 3. Teague has the rebound and clears it.
We'll see if they're going to allow Moon to play one-on-one again.
Monroe takes him one-on-one. Moon recovers on the back end and gets it into the hands of Johnson. Quick trigger three won't go. Moon fighting on the offensive glass, takes a bump, ends up in the hands of Monroe, who draws a foul on Johnson. Let's check in with Scal again. Oh yeah, the championship memories.
When is that? Is that when you
Yeah, that's yesterday. Avery, when was yours?
Partied like it's 1999.
That's it, right? That's it.
Wow, what happened to my body? I don't have that body anymore. Good Lord, do not show that picture to my
Hey,
wife.
Avery, when you guys do the parade, it's around the Riverwalk, right?
That's right, yep. We had about 300,000 fans at the Riverwalk, and then we took it inside to the Alamo Dome, where we had, what, 45,000 fans.
Nice. Not to brag, but I think we had 2 million.
And there's my guy 5-0 in the back, David Robinson with his dad. Man, that was some great times.
That was huge for the city of San Antonio. Championship #1. I mean, end up with 5, but that championship run in '99 was special.
Yeah, I'm curious if Scal had Jaylen Brown as the MVP or Jason Tatum. I wonder.
I had Jaylen Brown because I look at the defensive side of the ball. That's what happens. When you don't play defense and you get old and analyze, you analyze the players that actually do.
Johnson on the wing, fires the three, missed it. Ayers has the rebound, stick back won't go. Like for the offensive glass, Ayers wins it and clears it. Thought about the three, and now Pargo launches him.
Joe Johnson has been open too many times. Cannot allow him to stay open, but nice pass here by Ayers. Pargo ready to shoot.
Nice move, Teague. Step back, finishes. Marcus Teague, sweet.
Yeah.
Johnson off the shot fake.
Look at the movement by Pargo.
Misses the three, but you like the movement.
I love the movement. People, you think when you're playing 3-on-3, you can still move.
Last season, 3 points. Already 6 for Gennaro Pargo. That's showing up. Off the inbound, taken away. Moss tries the baseline on Ayers. It's a foul called on Ayers.
Had a chance to chat with Jeremy Pargo earlier today. He was out at the swimming pool, walking in the water.
On a warm day in Tampa.
On a warm day, yeah, just trying to, he said, man, I'm just getting my body loose. I said, well, you picked a good day to get loose.
So he was using the pool for exercise purposes.
Yeah, for his warm-up. Yeah.
Teague turns the corner, tries a tough two and buries it. Teague showing up. Three-headed monsters by 3.
Yeah, and his brother had 10 points last week, and Teague is trying to pick up some of the scoring.
Pargo takes a bump. Kicks it into the corner. Jamario Moon missed the 3. Ayers on the offensive glass. Pargo buries a tough 2. Triplets back within a point.
And it's just been exciting to see so many kids here, to be able to get, basically 6 hours of wonderful 3-on-3 entertainment from some talented guys.
Tough finish by Houston. No, it's turning into a long day, game number 5, but hey, there's a long way to go in this one. Ayers misses the 3, Teague clears it.
We had our guys Brian Custer and Jim Jackson calling the first 3 games. Those guys are always fun to watch and listen to and learn. So
they got a wild finish in that bivouac win.
Wild finish.
The timeout that wasn't. Pargo hits the 3. Hot shooting on both sides. Triplets down by 3.
Yeah, and Pargo just has such a beautiful release. and rotation on his shot. Never really has bad misses.
Moss crossover and finish. Beautiful move by Brandon Moss. That sends us to halftime. Three-headed Monsters have a 5-point lead. Moss with the tough finish to make it 25-20 at the break.
Yeah, he puts airs on skates there, side to side. Nice little right-handed scoop shot.
Three-headed Monsters looking for a bounce-back year, a chance to go to 2-0 after they won just one game last year. Let's check in with Rachel.
You are down a player today, your brother, but you guys are leaving it all out on the court. What was your plan going into today's game?
We knew we were short a player. We just wanted to come out aggressive, try to play together, get ahead early, give ourselves a little cushion.
What do you need to do in this second half to close it out?
Take away their threes, gave up a couple threes at the end. I think if we run them on three-point line, we'll be fine.
Catch your breath, catch your breath. Thank you.
Three-headed Monsters showing fight, trying to get to 2-0. A 5-point lead at the half. Game number 5, 25-20. Three-headed Monsters on Triplets at the half.
The Big 3 is back, coming in hot all summer long. Baltimore, Newark, Anaheim, Portland, Cincinnati, San Antonio, Nashville, and Boston. This is Fireball 3. It's a hard-nosed, trash-talking brand of basketball where they still bang down low and they still play tough D. Hall of Fame coaches and NBA superstars. And we're coming in hot to a city near you. So grab your friends, grab your family, and get your seats now at big3.com/tickets.
Next Saturday, it's a Big 3 doubleheader from Baltimore. First, Jeff Teague and Three-Headed Monsters take on Gerald Green and Bivouac. In Game 2, the ladies battle it out as Lisa Leslie's Triplets take on Nancy Lieberman's Power. It's all going down next Saturday as Big 3 is coming in hot to the Charm City. 1 p.m. Eastern, all the way live, right here on CBS.
Three-headed Monsters won in week 1. They're 1-0, a chance to get to 2-0, a 5-point lead on Triplets at the half. Carter Blackburn, Avery Johnson. Well, as you heard that interview with Rachel, Three-headed Monsters knew they would be without their captain, Jeff Teague. Marcus Teague is stepping up big time to carry the load.
Yeah, Teague has been sensational in all facets of the games. He's been really good defensively, but offensively. You know, make a mistake, going to the 3, he makes you pay. Missed shot here, doesn't hit the rim, right place at the right time. Now he gets downhill with the little one-legged step back, a la Steve Nash. And again, he's got his 3-ball working mid-range. He's scoring in the paint. Been all-around terrific player to start the first half.
Well, after a 1-5 season a year ago, not many had Three-headed Monsters as a championship contender in 2024. But a 5-point lead at the half, they have a chance to go to 2-0 and make themselves known with an almost totally new roster, with a new head coach, and Rashard Lewis. Three-head Monsters lead it by 5. Let's check in with Scott.
Got your name called, had to deliver.
Yeah, just call my name. That's simple.
You know, you didn't play a lot last year, you didn't play a lot last week, but you got an opportunity to get something going. How important is it for you guys to have a spark?
Very important. You know, we know Joe's our best player. German's a big part of that too. But these games get long, and you got to be in shape, and it's hard to play, you know, 50 points the entire game. So you got to use your bench, and it's very important for us to stay ready.
All right, good luck second half.
Well, Gennaro Pargo with a couple of made threes, 6 points. Joe Johnson only 4 points in that first half for Triplets. So we'll see if there's an adjustment by Lisa Leslie to try and get ISO Joe some more looks to begin the second half.
And it was a tough week 1 for the Triplets, especially losing to the enemies 50-44. Joe Johnson had 22 points. So this team basically goes as Joe Johnson goes, and you know, he can't have another 4-point half. If he does, then this game could potentially get away from the Triplets.
22 points in the loss in week 1 for Joe Johnson. The Triplets who lost in the championship game a season ago. So a team who is expected to contend for the title, potentially dealing with 0-2. And a surprise team, three-headed monsters, a chance to go to 2-0, a season after they won just one game.
And the championship game this year, Carter, is in Boston.
Johnson hits the triple. So there's Joe Johnson showing up to begin the second half.
And Joe saying, I want to try to get back to Boston and celebrate the way the Celtics did.
Teague pulls up on Pargo. Gets the second half started. Marcus Teague stepping up with Jeff out today for three-headed monsters. Pargo all the way to the rim. Kick out. Johnson. Back-to-back threes. Joe Johnson showing up in the second half.
You think Lisa Leslie had a little bit of a talk with him at halftime?
Back-to-back triples by Joe Johnson. He has all 6 points in the second half. Nice feed. Monroe draws a foul on Ayers. Let's check in with Rachel and a special guest here in Tampa.
Here with a very special guest, Mike Bibby. You're not on the court today, but you're here watching. When did you play in the Big Three?
I started the season. I was the captain of the Ghost Ballers. I got to pick, the Iceman, the coach. Got to pick the captains I have. I think I played from 2017 to maybe 19 or 20. I'm not sure. Or 20. I could play for 4 years. So it was good. It was helping the Cube start the league off and just be with guys that I played against and come back with that camaraderie.
You're a good person to ask because you have been on this court. There is so much physicality, and you see them just putting it all out there. Even though it's not 5-on-5, it's 3-on-3. Can you talk about that a little bit?
It's not as easy as it looks. The first year we came in, everybody came in and thought it was going to be something easy. They came in to play, and they realized some guys were ready, some guys weren't. And, you could tell that guys went back home and worked on their craft and came in and were ready to play. It's physical now. It was even more physical back then because IQ wanted to see that style of game played. But it's just physical. That's the way the old school game. It's like an old school game. Everybody's just trying to get baskets.
Talk about Marquise Teague a little bit. He has stepped up big. His brother is not here. They only have 4 players today, but he is showing out.
He's getting them going, and the guys got to see. Triplets got to see that he's the main guy they got going. They got to kind of try to shut him off a little bit, make him see 2 people because. Like you say, he's on fire. That's the second shot he just missed right there. So they got to kind of stop him because he has all their points.
Last thing for you, shout out chat.
I didn't hear you.
Shout out the chat.
Oh, Chat, what's going on, Chat? How you doing? Keep watching, Chat. It's going to get better.
We're almost at 2 mil. Thank you.
My goodness, Jeremy Pargo, 2 4-point shots to lead the Triplets to a 5-point edge. On fire, Jeremy Pargo.
Yeah, we talked about it coming into this game that we wanted to see some 4-point shot. Not just makes, we wanted to see some attempts.
So now Moss has to get out to defend him at the 4-point range.
And it's funny, he makes 2.
Oh my goodness, 3 more, Pargo. 11 in the second half. Pargo rolling for the Triplets.
I guess shooting is infectious because we get Mike Bibby on, who was a great shooter. And now Pargo is going crazy. I love it.
There's Ayers finishing up as the Triplets take charge. Timeout. Richard Lewis and three-headed monster. Jeremy Pargo, long range.
Yeah, we talked about Joe Johnson needed to get going, which he did. But Pargo, man, is really putting a strain on the three-headed monster's defense with his shot making.
So the Triplets down by 5 at the half, come out red hot in the second half. Johnson got it started, and then Pargo with 11 as part of a 13-0 run for the Triplets. A team that on the verge of 0-2, down by 5 at the half after they didn't make a 4-point shot last week, rather 3-4's 13-0 run for the Triplets.
Yeah, the game is all about runs. And when you're looking at a 13-0 run, that means you're doing it on both ends of the floor, or both sides of the ball.
Johnson already with 6 second half points. He had only 4 at the break, so double-digit scoring for Joe Johnson. Pargo had 7 at the break, 11 second half points, and a motivated Triplets team coming out of the half. Down by 5, they now lead by 10.
And you can see the power of the three-point shot. You can knock down threes. It creates a lot of separation.
Pargo had only 6 points last week, 18 already tonight, including the 11 second half points. Out of the timeout from Three-Headed Monsters, Teague crosses over. Nice move. Teague misses the fade. Pargo has the board.
Somebody's open.
Now Pargo off the bounce to the rim. 13 second half points for Jeremy Pargo.
And what set up that drive? His previous 4 and 3-point shots. The defense is rushing out in a 9-1-1, and then he decides to put it on the floor and drive it. Smart play.
Houston misses the 3 back into the hands of Pargo. You have to guard him anywhere now. Brandon Moss out there to defend. Pargo finally misses on the heat check fade. 3 from Houston. Much needed bucket for Three-Headed Monsters to end the run for the Triplets.
Right, this is a dangerous play here. Pick and roll. Joe gets to switch. Here he'll turn and shoot right over Teague.
And yet he misses. Houston has the rebound. That one's knocked away, kept alive. Johnson drops it off. Moon finishes and 1. Johnson kept it alive. Jamario Moon finishes.
Unbelievable hustle here. Pargo, he's not only making winning plays offensively, he's diving out of bounds, saving the basketball. That's when you're laying it all out on the line, man. You're trying to do whatever it takes to win.
From 5 points down at the half, now 7 away from the win. And Moon has a chance to finish off the 3-point play. Six points away from a win for Triplets.
I would say with Three-Headed Monsters, they may have to consider if they're open for a 4-point shot maybe.
Houston rattles home the 3.
Or 3s.
What an explosion by the Triplets here in the second half.
Yeah. And if you're trying to protect the lead with the Triplets, that's the last thing you want is 3-point shots.
Johnson follows his miss, finds Gennaro Pargo in the corner. Fight for the rebound, won by Monroe. Then a quiet second half for Monroe. Teague launches a 3. Johnson easy stick back. 46 on the board. 4 points away from a win. Aliens and Bowl Hogs next to wrap up the day here in Tampa. Four-point shot won't go. Houston gets the follow, finds Teague off the shot fake.
And you see how hard that closeout is in the corner. You want them to play inside the 3-point line, the Three-Headed Monsters. 2s won't beat you right now.
Monroe turns around on Johnson. Down by 10, playing to 50, got to win by 2. Desperation time for Three-Headed Monsters.
And even though a 3 wins the game, you don't need to take a bad 3. Now this is the mismatch they wanted.
Teague reaches in and knocks it away, trying to D up Johnson.
Now remember, 6 seconds on the clock. So this will be a screen for Joe Johnson. He'll come to the right corner. Here he comes.
Johnson, turn around. Shot clock at 3. Johnson, fade. Miss, boarded. Three-Headed Monsters need a run. Houston guarded by Johnson. Straightaway 3. Pargo has a rebound. Another chance for Triplets.
Gotta move.
Pargo and Teague fouls on the floor.
Yep. You gotta be real specific and strategic offensively. How you wanna design or strategize to get the ball exactly where you want it to go. What matchup do you want? What matchup do you want to attack?
And Pargo guarded by Monroe. Step back 3. Pargo rims out. Moon keeps it alive. Johnson finds Pargo. pull up 2. Triplets a point away from a win.
Gennaro Pargo, absolutely smart decision. Take the mid-range 2.
After the huge matchup in week 1, the loss to enemies, Triplets have a chance for their first win of the season. Moon off the shot fake, get it to Joe Johnson. A chance to end it. Johnson guarded by Monroe. Crosses over. Step back, Joe Johnson. Tap out. Houston has the rebound. They got the shot they wanted. Monroe banged in tight by Pargo.
Yeah, they got the shot they wanted. They had the whole entire left side cleared for Joe. Good foul here by Pargo. Make him earn it from the free throw line.
One shot for 2 points for Monroe.
Yeah, Carter, I think Lisa Leslie's going to give the Triplets one more opportunity to score. If they don't score, she's going to call timeout.
Pargo fouled by Houston. On the floor, out of bounds. Ball Hogs and Aliens will wrap up the day here at Yuengling Center in Tampa, Florida.
Hall of Famer Rick Barry.
Here's Johnson. Monroe, same matchup as last time. Johnson, step back for the win. Second chance for Johnson to end it. Three-headed monsters still in it. Houston launches a quick 3. Johnson runs down the rebound. Johnson attacks on Monroe. Kick to the corner. Moon, triple. Follows his miss. Johnson.
Great pass.
Behind the back. Moon. Fouled on the way up. And Jamario Moon will have a chance to end it.
Boy, you know, sometimes you're thinking about making the right play. And look at this, was the right play by Joe Johnson. Behind the back. Oh, bring the fire here.
So it's 1-on-1. Moon, Houston, a chance to end it for Triplets and bring the fire.
So if I'm Jamario Moon, I go to my best move here.
Desperation time, three-headed monsters. Moon versus Houston. Moon off the window and rolls out. Another chance at the game winner for Triplets. They've had 3 looks to try to get to 50 and haven't closed it out yet.
Yeah, that was excellent defense by Houston. Hand straight up.
Teague attacks. Misses at the rim, foul called.
It's just the Triplets have come up empty on those last several possessions. So again, I'm wondering with Coach Lisa Leslie, at what point, you know, does she call a timeout?
2-point shot. Remember, the three-headed monsters led this game by 5, so a tremendous second-half comeback from Lisa Leslie's Triplets.
Yep, and Jeremy Pargo, who has 20 points, he's on the bench.
Back into the hands of Johnson again. Back it in, kick to the corner. Gennaro Pargo launches it and hits it. Triplets get their first win of the year. The winner from Gennaro Pargo.
Some brotherly love there. Both Pargos put on a show today. He was in the left corner, so when you're in the left corner, look at it. So you got the defender, and then you have the sideline and the baseline. So it's basically 3 defenders in that situation, and he makes a tough fadeaway shot. Look at the excitement and joy.
After the tough Week 1 loss to the enemies, Triplets win it. Let's check in with Scout.
All right, I'm with the brothers. You started this off, and you ended with the game winner. Got it going from 3 today.
Total team effort. Got an opportunity I was ready for. We got the win.
How did that spark from your brother get you guys going in the right direction in the second half?
I sparked him. All right, Teague's won buckets. We got to get the fuck. We got to get up. We got to get up and get into him. We can't let it be easy for nobody. He did that. He got going himself.
Yeah, it came from him. And I was fortunate to make some shots. I had the lead coming from the bench, and it was a good game for us, and we did it as a team.
When you're aggressive, you guys seem to be unbeatable. You feel that pressure?
No. I feel it from you. You like to apply that pressure on me being aggressive. But he had me being aggressive on defense, so it changed for us, and I'm happy it did.
All right, thanks, guys. Thank you.
20 points for Jeremy Pargo, 12 Joe Johnson, 11 for Gennaro Pargo. And after the tough Week 1 loss, Triplets bounce back with a win. Three-headed Monsters 1-1. So Game 5 is in the books. Triplets win it with a walk-off winner from Gennaro Pargo, 52-39. Game 6 still to come in Tampa.